excited to continue this series you have known and come to love, which is the Hey Disney Top 10, where each week on Wednesdays, we invite you to join us for this podcast-style exploration of our top 10 Disney list. Inspired by Hey Disney, the ALEXA, I swear, I'm going to get that, and one time it's going to go off, feature at Walt Disney World Resorts. As you know, our goal is to provide you with insights and recommendations, much like a virtual concierge. We're going to cover everything from attractions and dining, travel tips, hidden gems, and so much more at Walt Disney World, maybe even Disneyland, Disney Cruise, Adventures by Disney, who really knows? Let the magic begin. As we continue into our Hey Disney Top 10 series, this week we're going to go to the next park that was built at Walt Disney World, which is Disney's Hollywood Studios. So this was the third park that opened in Walt Disney World and opened on May 1st, 1989. And it actually originally opened as Disney's MGM Studios. So this park, just as a bit of background, is a 135-acre park located in Walt Disney World, and it invites guests to step inside the glitz and the glamour of Hollywood, California. It was originally inspired by the golden age of Hollywood, and so it was the closest thing Walt Disney World could provide as a Hollywood studio, an actual working studio here in Orlando. And when I say here, I'm not located in Orlando. I could only wish, right? Oh, what a dream to go to Disney World every day. That would be so much fun. So one of the neat things about Hollywood Studios is it originally served as both a theme park and a functioning production studio, with film and television production services, a full animation series and facilities in the back, and a working backlot. There's actually some backstage areas of Hollywood Studios that serve as a current function of animation studios for some Disney classics that you may know and love. Over the years, Hollywood Studios has actually evolved, and it shifted away from its original studio backlot concept to a hub of immersive experiences where it celebrates the imagined world of Hollywood storytellers. So this park's original icon, which I grew to absolutely love, and though I do like Tower of Terror, now I think the Eiffel Tower, which was and the Sorcerer's Hat were some of the best. It really were classic Disney for me. And now the Hollywood Studios icons actually include the Hollywood Tower Hotel that houses Disney's Hollywood Tower of Terror, and the iconic Chinese Theater, which houses Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And those now take center stage of the park. As one of the most popular parks in Walt Disney World, Disney's Hollywood Studios continues to draw millions of guests each year and offers an ever-expanding lineup of attractions that bring the magic of movies, television, music, and theater to life. And I don't know about you, but I have to admit, I'm very excited to see where Hollywood Studios evolves to through the announcements of D23 in 2024. We've got some really incredible ideas, such as the Monsters Inc.'s roller coaster. So I'm super excited to see where that takes us as we immerse ourselves in that world as well. With that, we are thrilled to bring you another magical journey on Happily Adventures After Hey Disney Top 10 Hollywood Studios edition. So this again is a very general Hollywood Studios. I know we're going to get into it in later podcast style episodes, but this is super general. But without further ado, in no particular order, in the words of Mickey Mouse himself, here we go! First on our Hey Disney Top 10 Hollywood Studios list, we have the Trolley Car Cafe located at the front of Hollywood Studios as you enter the park. So this location honestly is purely a Starbucks. However, I honestly and truly believe it is the best Starbucks on property at Walt Disney World. The Starbucks menu items are fresh, the cast members are very kind and will chat and help you out where you need. The drinks are always well done. It's very well organized and very well set up. I have to say this location is incredibly prompt, and I actually make specific trips to this location on Hollywood Boulevard, like I said, in the front of the park, to go get my Starbucks. I have timed my park experience at Hollywood Studios to purposely go when I knew I needed my pick-me-up of either coffee or whatever Starbucks refresher or Frappuccino, because I only get caramel Frappuccinos in the parks. Don't get them anywhere else. Oh gosh, caramel Frappuccinos are the best. So I visit this multiple times, and like I said, I plan my arrival just for the Starbucks, as I think it's consistent, it's excellent, and I know we discussed this in the Hey Disney Top 10 Epcot about Connections Cafe and Eatery. However, I think this is the top tier Starbucks. as can be confirmed by other party members that I go with. Everybody thoroughly agrees that this is the best Starbucks on property, and of course had to make our Hey Disney top 10 list. Next up, number 2 on our list is, and this one may take some heat, but it's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Opening in March 2020, right before the shutdown actually, this attraction was the first to bring Mickey Mouse to the Walt Disney World parks. Can you believe it? It took that long to get Mickey Mouse himself into a ride in the parks? What is this? Though it took over the great movie rides home, which is why it takes some heat, this layout paved the way for Mickey Mouse entrances back home in Hollywood studios. As you step into this attraction, you're invited to the premiere of a brand new Mickey Mouse cartoon, or short, which is Perfect Picnic, where Mickey and Minnie are all set for a picnic but soon find themselves in a mix-up with Goofy behind the wheel of a train. While guests ride on this attraction, we will pass through a movie screen, but it's not really a screen, I'm gonna be honest. It's the magic of Disney to dive right into what Disney World calls a zany, zippy, out-of-control adventure, boarding Goofy's train for a wild, unpredictable ride. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway actually provides guests with a 2.5D technology. It adds the depth of 3D without the 3D glasses. And there are actually more, which I think is super cool, more hidden Mickeys in this ride than are actually in the park. So it proves an amazing and promises a wonderful immersive experience. Why was this on our list? Because my family and I love this attraction. I don't care who I go with, it does not fail to put a smile on our face. It makes us feel so happy, immersed with so much joy, and is just purely and utterly fun. It's an attraction that the entire family can ride. There's no height requirement. There's no craziness. It's just purely a joyful occasion for all of your members of your parties, whether they are a Disney lover or a newcomer who needs a smile. This ride is always one we hit up when we enter the park. It for sure, now that Lightning Lane Multi-Pass is out, is when I would grab on that, or line up at the beginning for rope drop to this, because lines do get very long and it's outside for most of the queue until you enter the Chinese theater. I really have to say, I love this attraction. I think it's excellently done. I think the Imagineers spent a lot of time on it. It's very pretty. It's very immersive. Truly one of the best. I actually rode this with my family in 2020, right before the shutdown. And we made sure that when we came back and parks reopened from the shutdown, and when we went back to Walt Disney World, it was one of the first that we rode because we loved it so much. And we would often watch ride-throughs during the shutdown just to bring us some joy. I know it says it's a crazy, zany, out-of-control adventure, but it's truly not. It's a smile-filled, joyful, fun family adventure that everyone will love while you're accompanied by Mickey Mouse himself. Third on this list is Slinky Dog Dash. Okay, I love this ride. It's my favorite roller coaster in Walt Disney World. I don't know why. But inspired by the lovable Slinky Dog from the Toy Story film franchise, 2018's Toy Story Land's only roller coaster brings you a playful twist and turn through Andy's backyard. It's told that Andy crafted a roller coaster using his Dash and Dodge Mega Coaster kit and decided that Slinky Dog would be a perfect choice for the ride vehicle. This fun-filled family coaster with plenty of twists and turns for everyone is something you will surely enjoy. Like I said, this is my favorite ride. I think it could be my favorite ride. No, it's not my favorite attraction or ride in Hollywood Studios, but it's right up there. This does not fail to make me smile. I say that all the time, but it doesn't fail to make me smile and laugh and just have the most fun. The track layout, I think the length of the roller coaster and the attraction itself and the ride itself are really wonderfully crafted. So way back when I was on a Disney cruise, my first Disney cruise actually in 2017, my husband got me into Toy Story. Never seen it before. We just watched it in our room. He loves it, as it's his favorite Pixar movie series. The attraction opened about a year later, and we went back for that opening, and it made me fall in love with Toy Story all over again from that cruise, and has forever held a little special place in my heart. And it doesn't hurt that Tim Allen voices Buzz. And I love Tim Allen. I think he's hilarious. I love most of his shows, and you can really hear Tim Allen in Buzz. So all that correlation makes me love Toy Story and makes me fall in love with this land. and Slinky Dog Dash even more. So it brings it to life. It makes it just such a great occasion. So this roller coaster really is one for the whole family. As you're approaching being able to do roller coasters, I wouldn't start out on this as your first roller coaster ride. But hey, if you want to, go ahead, especially for your little, go ahead. I think it actually has faster and deeper twists than you anticipate, especially the first launch into that first bank turn. It's very thrilling for the size and the height requirements of this attraction, and it's guaranteed fun. I also love the double launch, especially at night. I would have to say to ride this attraction at night because it looks beautiful. So does Toy Story Land, absolutely phenomenal. However, this attraction makes it even more fun because on the second launch, you can see everything light up and spin, as well as you get all the different track lights, and they do a really wonderful job with that. My only complaint to this attraction is the outdoor queue, and this roller coaster is outdoors as well. However, the attraction's queue is incredibly hot with no air conditioning, no shade. They do have fans. The shade is minimal because it's mimicking a backyard, which they do very well. The queue has a bunch of hidden details, so I highly suggest looking at it. But in the Florida weather, it is hot as Hades. This attraction also closes for inclement weather, which in Florida happens quite a bit. When there's any lightning in the area, the attraction has to close down, much like anything outdoors. Therefore, it can go down, especially in the hurricane or rainy season, a lot. One time I rode it with my mom when God decided to open the floodgates and rain down on us. Oh my word, we were soaked. Okay, we were the last, it's a funny story, but we were the last car to go. They kind of looked like they were holding off. They were like, okay. We got in the attractions cart, ready to go, boarded Slinky Dog, heard him say the safety spiel in English and Spanish. Spanish is my absolute favorite. It's so funny. And so it's just funny to hear it. I don't know why. Just the way it's said. We saw a crack of lightning and they couldn't pull us in once we had launched. So it was safe to continue. Disney would never do anything to put you in harm's way like that. And floodgates of heaven opened and God decided to release a bucket of rain. And we got soaked. I have the funniest photo from this of my mom and I in rain jackets, like the hood pulled to the max as we were getting pelted with water. It was super funny, but just so you know, that can happen. You will get soaked and it will close and you could be in the attractions queue and you will get wet. So heads up. Also, the wait times are usually very high for this attraction, so be prepared in the heat. Or grab one of the Lightning Lane multi-passes, either 3 or 7 days out from your trip, depending on if you're a resort guest or not. Again, Slinky Dog Dash is awesome at Hollywood Studios, and I highly recommend. Next up, we have the Backlot Express's side of fries with cheddar cheese as an add-on and a Coke no ice. Okay, I cannot tell you why, but this is probably mine. I'm going to talk about my mom a lot, everybody. Just strap in here. She comes with me all the time. My mom and I's favorite location in Walt Disney World to eat our favorite treat. Well, favorite, not ice cream treat, which is a side of french fries with cheddar cheese, which again is the plastic cheese we talked about in Epcot. Same kind of thing, but this one is different because I swear they use the mac and cheese for this. So we get a side of cheese, you get a fountain Coke, no ice. Ice always waters it down. There's also a difference between Canadian and American Coke for anybody who's wondering, and the American Coke here out of the fountain tastes, spectacular. So this quick service location usually provides us a treat here, and I have to say, it is phenomenal. After a treat of this, which was a side of fries and cheddar cheese with a Coke, left our usual spot at Magic Kingdom, which was at Cosmic Rays, we were on a hunt to find a new one. The Backlot Express quickly filled this void for us. So, for reference, the Backlot Express is known as a warehouse of good eating, and it's designed to feel like a backlot warehouse of Walt Disney World Studios. The original MGM Studios spot is filled with movie props, production items, and even some playful details that hint at the park's early days. So be sure to look out for those. I love just sitting, eating these fries, cheese, and Coke, and looking for them. It's really quite fun. So there are old school signages to a faux workplace. There are safety notices. Some of the safety notices are absolutely hilarious. So this restaurant captures the vibe of an old working studio while giving guests a fun behind the scenes experience as they dine. You don't have to pay attention to it. You can if you want to. So that is why we like Backlot Express. Gives us a little story. Really fun to look at while we eat our treat. I have to say, Disney fries are far superior to any other fries. Minus Chick-fil-A waffle fries, because those are a treat, as well as McDonald's fries when they are fresh, hot, and freshly salted. I will not eat them any other way. They are so spectacular. But Disney fries are the best in my personal opinion, and I will eat them whenever I can. They're oh so tasty. But adding that hot cup of plastic cheese, which I'm pretty sure, like I said, is that mac and cheese at this location with the fountain Coke. Again, if you know, you know. It tastes super different. And I have to say, get a barbecue sauce dipper, because the barbecue sauce at Backlot Express is different than the other barbecue sauces. Oh my gosh, it is perfection. One for the record books, and we do not miss this. At least my family and I don't, whenever we go. So that's why I had to make our list. Next up on our list, we have funnel cake with strawberry topping and soft serve vanilla ice cream from Epic Eats, located in Echo Lake. I dream of this funnel cake on the daily. Not actually on the daily, but I do dream of this funnel cake. And sometimes I just want it on a near weekly basis. And I think to myself, what I wouldn't give to fly down to Walt Disney World, go grab a funnel cake with ice cream, eat it at Echo Lake, just sitting, people watching, and coming home. And by home, I 100% mean staying at Walt Disney World, not coming back here. So just so you are aware, Epic Eats is an Indiana Jones inspired dessert canteen. Though it may look a little bit worn and weathered, it is a tasty oasis for adventures and a near refreshing drink or delicious treat. Oh my goodness. Here you can indulge in signature sweet funnel cakes topped with a variety of tempting extras that are sure to satisfy your cravings. And we do this just that. This funnel cake is absolutely huge, and it comes with a hefty serving of Disney's classic vanilla soft serve. I don't know what they do with it to make it this good, but it's tasty. A trip to Hollywood Studios is not complete. If you can't tell, there's a lot of treats we hit up. I'm going to preface, we don't eat this many treats at home. It's only Walt Disney World. Remember, calories don't count at Walt Disney World. So it's never complete without this dessert. We snack a lot. We really do. And this may be considered a classic fair type treat, like you can get it at any local fair or function. But there's something about that Disney magic that makes it 10 times better. We have always had incredible cast member interactions here. We have had exceptional kindness, and we always want to say the cast members here treat everyone with joy and a great smile. It's an added bonus that this dining location is right by Indiana Jones Spectacular, and you can bring food and beverage into this outdoor theater when you watch this live entertainment. So, hey, bring the treat. It's so fun to watch while eating your treat. And the Stunt Spectacular show is excellent. The performances are phenomenal, and they do an excellent job. So please check that out. I have to say, I personally like this treat sitting at Echo Lake, just looking out on the steps. However, there are ducks that like to come. I love the Disney ducks, think they're adorable, but I don't do birds. I'm terrified of birds because, side story, my aunt, when I was 2, took me to a bird sanctuary, and they all started squeaking at me indoors, and I've been terrified ever since. I tease her about that I'm traumatized about birds for that, but just so you are, the Disney ducks do like a good treat of funnel cake every now and again, so they will pester you. But I really like that you're able to sit and look at Echo Lake, or even go in and see the incredible Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. Truly, do not miss this funnel cake. It is phenomenal. And if you don't like strawberry topping, I believe they have Oreos. Sometimes they have seasonal ones. So truly, go check it out. It is awesome. All right, next on our list is Gertie the Dinosaur. I'm a sucker for a good backstory. And something that's very classic to Walt Disney World is Gertie the Dinosaur with this backstory. Gertie the Dinosaur is Hollywood Studios' landmark at its finest. It actually is a service of quick service treats and dining locations. However, Gertie's Ice Cream of Extinction, mouthful there, is a park legend that sits within Echo Lake. It was built with the park opening in 1989, and Gertie the Dinosaur was actually, for a backstory here, this is where I really like my backstories, one of the first well-known animation cartoons. So the animator Winsor McKay created this cartoon in 1913, and this cartoon of Gertie the Dinosaur hit the screens a year later. Walt Disney, he liked Windsor's design so much, he brought Windsor onto the team, and Gertie came as part of the package deal. So when you learn a little bit more about the history and why this dinosaur is actually there, you understand why it could hold a significance into Walt Disney World's Hollywood Studios. So why do I love it so much? It's just that part of Disney history. I love Disney customer service, Disney leadership, and Disney history, and this is just that. And I also really like that they dress Gertie up at Christmas with a Santa hat, and then it has little like Christmas tree ornaments hanging off of it. It's hilarious. That's that. I love the Christmas aspect of it, and I love the backstory. And as you know, I've talked about this time and time again. I do love Christmas, so anything with a good Christmas decoration on it, especially in Echo Lake where they do the old style Christmas decorations, makes anything much better. Also, we have had, again, incredible cast member interactions at Dinosaur Gertie's Ice Cream of Extinction, and they go above and beyond whenever we grab a treat from here. So it just kind of makes it that much more fun. Next up on our list is Fantasmic, the show and fireworks spectacular. So this is a late night spectacular that Disney is known for, making you feel all of the feels. Fantasmic provides a breathtaking spectacular that combines stunt effects, thrilling stunts, and dazzling pyrotechnics. Set against the grand backdrop of dancing water and lights, this larger-than-life show is packed with both whimsical surprises and suspenseful moments that have the whole family invested. It's truly a magical tale where Mickey Mouse dreams of being a powerful sorcerer's apprentice, only to have his dreams turned into a nightmare by Disney villains, including the 40-foot dragon version of Maleficent. But Mickey's imagination proves to be a mighty force. You can enjoy the appearances of beloved Disney characters to help Mickey Mouse's dream come true and defeat the villains such as Moana, characters from Frozen 2, Mulan, Aladdin, Pocahontas, Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, and The Lion King. So, do you think Mickey can do it? Because I know he can, especially when that music hits the dun 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 dun. I'm not going to sing. I'm a horrible singer, everybody. Don't. I can't. But my gosh, I do love this show. It makes you feel all the Disney magic. This show was shut down quite some time after the 2020 closures, and it was sure to come back with a bang. Every time I go to Hollywood Studios and I have the ability to stay up late because sometimes I'm not a night person, I prioritize this show. It's at 9 o'clock at night, sometimes even 8, and boy, am I tired. Like I said, I go to bed at 9, so it's sometimes hard pressed, but I do love it. From the moment Mickey defeats anything that is villainous, it takes it away from me. It's like good versus evil, and you're rooting for the good to always win, because good does always win. This show is a really special one in my heart, and I think you should see it at least once. You will feel it, all of the feels, like I said, in your heart. It just brings out all of the emotions. I watched this on repeat just at home. I play the music. I love it. Plus, I think the pre-show music they play, which is, for anybody who remembers, I believe it is the Disney Mania Princess album. This was out, I used to have it as an actual CD that we used to listen to at home. So bringing those Disney Mania classics sung by I believe it was Your Music. No, that's Disney Radio Disney. The Your Music, Your Way is Radio Disney. But it was the Disney classics done over, and it was anybody who was on Disney Channel often got to sing the songs. So hearing those Disney Channel stars that I grew up with and I looked up to in my childhood, and some of them I really do still look up to, right before the show that makes you fight for your dreams and fight for good and greatness, really puts me in such a great mood and is a great way to end the night. Plus the fireworks are phenomenal. Also, I really like that you can get a dining package that allows you to have reserved seating before. So you book your dining, you book the Fantasmic dining package, you get that reserved seating so you don't have to show up nearly as early to get a great seat for the show. So that's an extra added bonus. And it makes it 10 times better than just sitting there for an hour to ensure you get a good seat. Have to say, Fantasmic is something you have to watch at Hollywood Studios, and it's a classic and it is amazing. Up next, we have the Tower of Terror. So I don't like to be scared, and I don't like feeling dropped. It makes my tummy feel weird, and I don't like it. It also messes with my head, as I have chronic migraines. You can understand. But I give it all up for Hollywood Studios Tower of Terror. Absolutely adore this attraction for reasons unknown. But as you and I step into the eerie Hollywood Tower Hotel, where a dusty lobby and staff who kind of seem like they're up to something set a stage for an unsettling adventure, but in a good way. As television screens flicker to life, Rod Serling invites you to take a look into the Twilight Zone, recounting a chilling tale of hotel guests who vanished during a storm in 1939, leaving the hotel abandoned ever since. So that pre-show, mixed with the cue, is enough to make my family and I alone excited for what we were about to experience. You must prepare for a heart-pounding ride as you thrust up and down a rickety elevator shaft, with the sounds of snapping cable and clanking metal creating the atmosphere of suspense. There are so many fun memories while riding this attraction with my family and friends. We have only laughed and screamed out of great fear and joy all the time. On here. Oh, it's phenomenal. It's a ride I do not miss anytime I am in Hollywood Studios because it actually is one of my favorites. We have, like I said, we have so many memories from my cousin creating a series, what she called a series of books turned into movies. She had this written out for us between Scared, Spooked, and Snatched. That cousin was the one that I discussed the Week in the World April 2024 trips. Like I said, she's a great writer. She's very creative, and it had us laughing hysterically. It also took us 3 trips to get her on that ride, and then she was terrified ever since. She also says she took the elevator down because she was so scared and nervous, which is totally fine. To ride it the first time, she said it was worse than the actual ride. We have so many great memories. One of my best friends and I in high school went on this ride together, and we rode it over and over and over while her sister was going to do other things. We had a great time. To having my youngest cousin, which is the sister to the one who came with us in April, she thought Tower of Terror was actually in the middle of the road because they used to have this like little makeshift advertisement in the Walt Disney World highway as you go to Hollywood Studios. That was an elevator and a little box that was the Tower of Terror ride vehicle that shook. I don't know if anybody remembers it, but it had that cutout and it shook. She actually thought that that was the ride, and running across the highway was part of the experience. So we went with that for years as just like being silly. So like I said, we have so many wonderful memories on this. That's absolutely adorable, and I love it so much. But we have so many great memories on this. It makes me laugh. Like I said, this is what Disney is all about. Disney World is about making memories with those family members. I love the theming. I love the backstory. Tower of Terror is something you surely need to see. Second to last on our list is Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. This is a table service restaurant that, to be honest, does not get as much love as I think it needs to. Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater, and it is a restaurant, like I said, table restaurant where dining meets classic drive-in movie experiences. You walk through the dining location, you pull into a car-shaped booth or table, and you enjoy your meal, but while watching thrilling sci-fi clips of everything from aliens attacking to a rampaging robot. The Hollywood-style soundstage sets the scene for a very kitschy memorabilia-type dining experience, well, all illuminated by taillights and a starry sky. The food here often is said for not being great, but I actually really enjoyed my meals here. I think it's really fun. I do, again, back to the memories. My grandparents would talk about going to a drive-in theater in cars like this, so we went and we were like, oh my goodness, this is what they talk about. Things like that. Is it 5-star? No. But do you have a great time and it's all about the immersion and the atmosphere? For sure. Apparently the milkshakes are really good. I've heard that. I think that would be a really nice added, even if you just came for dessert. But I really do recommend anybody who wants to attend. It's part of the Fantasmic dining experience, which we did to watch Fantasmic the one time. I have to say, just go. It's an immersive experience. Like I said, is it going to be your 5-star? No. But is it going to be fun? Yes, for sure. And last but certainly not least, in this no particular order, is Jollywood Nights special event tickets. So I said, we know I love anything Christmas. I'm pairing Disney, it's an added bonus. Well, I was in luck last year when Walt Disney World added Jollywood Nights to the holiday lineup of hard-ticketed events. So this extra ticketed event offers the glitz, the glam, the adult-focused Christmas party that is limited capacity from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. on various nights during Christmas and holiday season at Walt Disney World. As it debuted in 2023, Disney's Hollywood Studios amped up this glam holiday party all about Hollywood swank and wonderful old Hollywood vibes, complete with sparkling decor, modern beats mixed with classic holiday tunes, various crafted cocktails, and various decadent treats. Prices this year, 2024, range between $159 to $179 per person for this extra hours event. And I have to say, I think it's worth the splurge. Though it had a very rough start last year, I think that in the short run, they were just working out their kinks, and I heard it got better. When we attended, it was really fun. We had a really great time, and I think that this year will be even better. I also really love the Muppet stage show. Again, I like the Muppets. I think they're fun. I love live entertainment, and I love that old Hollywood Christmas-esque glitz. There are various meet and greet, which Powerline Max shows up. Oh, awesome. And I think you really should attend this instead of a day event during the holidays. This event is very pretty, and I think that's one of the best parts. And it really puts you in the Christmas spirit. And that's why it is the, no particular order, last on our list for Hollywood Studios Top 10. So that's it, everyone. We have wrapped up our Hey Disney Top 10 for Hollywood Studios. And it's very clear that this park offers a dazzling array of experiences that capture the magic of both old and new Hollywood, the golden era to beyond. From thrilling Slinky Dog Dash to immersive sci-fi dine-in theater, to the spine tingles of excitement and Fantasmic, to the nerves of the Hollywood Tower of Terror. Disney's Hollywood Studios truly delivers a star-studded adventure for each and every single guest that walks through those gates. Whether you're savoring sweet treats or embarking on epic journeys with your favorite Walt Disney World characters, there's something here for everyone the whole family can enjoy. With that, I want to thank you for joining on this cinematic journey through Hollywood Studios. It's been a pleasure. So, what do you think? What are your top 10 for Hollywood Studios? We want to know. Check us out on Instagram at Happily Adventures After, as well as here on YouTube for our podcast, and let us know in the comments what you think your top 10 are. Until next time, keep dreaming big and let the magic of Disney continue to inspire your adventures. We look forward to hearing you soon on our next Hey Disney Top 10. We hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. It's been great. I'll talk to you later. Bye!